TRK versus Ayub. This is a best of one between TRK and Ayub. We are currently in a tiebreaker situation. TRK, Ayub, and Oski all tied perfectly. All beat each other 3-1 and all finished. Is this server trash? What is the deal? Are they? Do we want to restart? The server is yikes. Yeah. I don't even think he's gonna give that goal back. I think that was a pure lag goal. Hey, Oski's back on. Hooray! Hooray, everyone! Claps in the chat. Your internet died? Yay! Oski, thank you for being back. We're gonna run some tiebreakers, my man. TRK versus Ayub. Three-way tie. You might be wondering, we've seen TRK versus Ayub. Why are we running it again? Well, it's because TRK, Ayub, and Oski all perfectly three-way tied. They all beat each other 3-1, so they tied in both match differential and game differential. So, this was my solution. I didn't really want to go to goal differential. That doesn't seem to make loads of sense to me in ones. And the most important thing about that, I think, is that I didn't tell the players. If the players knew that there was a small % chance that goal differential would be their tiebreaker, then they probably would have played all their matches different, right? They would have just absolutely railed in 1,000 goals whenever their defender stops carrying after a win. So instead, we're going to do best of ones between all three of them. So we're going to run a best of one between all these three guys. If at the end of the best of ones, there's an obvious hierarchy, then we're done. If not, if they three-way tie yet again, then we run it one more time. Or two more times, or three more times, or we'll run as many best of ones as I guess we need. Maybe I'll end up having to take off work today. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to take too many best of one series, but you never know. It could go all day. We hope it doesn't. TRK will get his first against Ayub. So, when these guys played in the past, this one was one of the wins for Ayub. Ayub beat TRK about 3-1 in the original matchup between these two. To be fair, Ayub, I think, played TRK after TRK had to play Apparently Jack. And coming off the Apparently Jack game, you know, he probably has a way to reduce some people's confidence with just how insanely good he is. This time, TRK coming off a win. He just beat Oski 3-1. So maybe, honestly, at the end of the day, it's probably overblown. These guys are so good at shaking off previous series. I'm not sure that will really matter either way. But Ayub up 3-1, super important. There is no coming back from these best of ones as Ayub lobs a long shot for a fourth. We're going to run Ayub versus TRK. Then we're going to run Ayub versus Oski. And then we'll run TRK versus Oski. Just to give the TRK versus Oski enough time to like reset, basically. Because the last time these other matchups have happened was a long time ago. And I don't want to just, you know, run the TRK versus Oski game right away where there's obvious momentum in that matchup between the two of them that would arguably affect the best of one. Oski has a tournament in 30 minutes. Okay, well, we will hopefully not need to go much longer than that. And if we don't, then we may have to set up another three-way tie again some other time. TRK, nice reset. Does enough to keep Ayub glued to the ground, and then the arrow shot gets him a third. Probably should have watched that one. That was a pretty nice play. Could have watched it from Ayub's perspective. But chat's got me worried about getting Oski out of here on time. Gonna blame them. There you go. Everyone in the YouTube comments who wanted to see that twice, just start flaming Twitch chat. They love it when you do that. And trust me, they're gonna flame you right back. TRK, a long clear. Yeah, one win, one loss for all players will mean nothing has changed. Somebody of this crew is going to have to come out ahead. So if Ayub is able to get this win and then play Oski and get a win as well, then that final game would be basically the the tie-breaking game to find out which one gets the move on. Ayub, a 7th. Ayub is looking good at the start of this game, and it's the only game that matters, at least against TRK. Ayub, a backflip to send this one high. TRK cannot dribble 50 it in. How many goals Ayub got from kickouts? I'm not sure, but I imagine quite a few if he's up to 8 only halfway through the game. On pace for a 16-goal game. It never really ends up working that way, but always fun to speculate about. Cannot imagine this game ends 16-6. Just because, probably because as the time dwindles down, Ayub should not stay on the gas that hard. If he's got a humongous lead, it's probably better to just kill some time. So far, these series looking like they're going, or this game looking like it's going the same way as the series. Ayub did take that series 3-1 against TRK. Up 8-3. He'll pop it over the oncoming challenge. TRK twice with the demo attempt. Not able to connect, but able to 50 this ball high. TRK, flip reset. Sent away. TRK, his air dribble. Not going to connect. Ayub with the respawn and the challenge early. TRK is going to go to the air once again. TRK has looked really confident in the air. He has seemed to default to it the past few minutes or so. Not just in this game, but in the Oski series he just played. Towards the end of it, he was looking for as many aerial opportunities as possible. Ayub pinching this ball down. TRK 50 in it. He's losing time by the second. He's got 5 goals to make back and only 50 seconds to do it. Ayub not going to be able to extend that to 6. Ayub bounced to the air. Air dribble saved away. TRK with no boost. I'm thinking this is looking like it's it. It might be a GG here, especially as Ayub gets a 9th. 9-3. Ayub with the edge over TRK once again in their rematch best of 1. It is not over for TRK. Just like last time, all he needs to do is make sure he gets the win over Oski. But depending on how the Ayub versus Oski match goes, that'll either be a qualifying game or it'll be an attempt to keep the tiebreaker going, which he did well last time he was forced to keep the tiebreaker going. But Ayub, air dribble. The 50 will hit the ground. 9-3. Ayub will get a win against TRK as we run Ayub versus Oski to continue the tiebreaker. Oski versus Ayub. We continue the tiebreaker, so here's the way it works. Ayub just got his best of 1 win against TRK. So if Ayub were to win this one right now, he would guarantee the tiebreaker is over because he would put himself at first after winning against both players, and then Oski and TRK will play one last best of 1, and winner moves on. If Oski wins, he continues to threaten the same exact tie that we ran into last time, where Oski beat Ayub in pool play, and then we'll have another game, Oski versus TRK, and that one will decide whether or not the tiebreaker continues or it ends. We also don't have a lot of time. Oski apparently needs to get to another tournament, so hopefully whatever happens, it ends up being decisive. Otherwise, we might have to continue the tiebreaker some other time. Oski taking to the skies like the Oski we're used to watching. Ayub able to clear it just barely off the post. Ayub his shot on net. Oh, wait a second. What is this server doing to us? Hopefully that's not too bad of a sign. We're 3 minutes in. No one's scored yet. Oski going to be able to save that one away. These guys playing safe at the start of this ever important best of one. Oski going to die on the back line. Can Ayub find the angle? The spawn for Oski not great. And Ayub will get his first. So it's better for TRK if Ayub won, since he could take Oski down. Yeah, if Ayub wins, then TRK will win and send Oski home if he's able to. But either way, TRK has to win. It's whether or not, if he beats Oski after Ayub does, then he gets to immediately make it into playoffs. But if he beats Oski after Ayub loses, then he still stays alive, just even more tiebreakers. He's going to have to do it again. He'll get another chance against Ayub and Oski both. But 1-1. A close matchup between these two. Ayub dribble through the air. Cannot get the 50 in. Oski able to force it out, but still does not have a lot of boost. As Ayub likely going to try and touch this ball as high as he can. He wants to get up and make the play away from the range that Oski can even get to, who is operating on 0. Halfway through the game, 1-1. Ayub, a high lob. Oski should be able to get a decent enough save, but I guess just awkwardly enough off the back wall that Oski did not get a strong clear. Ayub is just slowly grinding down Oski right now. Oski will take him out of the field. Pinch this one off the post. Lots of space for Oski finally after an extended Ayub attack. The only way he was going to get out of it was a demo, but then just like that, he hands over an opportunity to Ayub. And Ayub gets his second. Ayub killing this ball and taking it off the volley to go up 2-1. To be fair, Ayub and Oski did play in the qualifying games. Both these guys in the winners finals of, I think, the first qualifier. And Ayub able to take that one in what I think was a best of 5. And then Oski taking it 3-1 in pool play. And now they're tied up 2-2 in this best of 1. Did TRK win? He did. He won 3-1. Oh, sorry. If you're talking about the tiebreaker, he did not win the tiebreaker, but he did win against Oski, and then he lost his tiebreaker game against Ayub. Ayub. Shot from the wall. It didn't necessarily seem needed, and he actually ended up putting himself in an awkward situation. Oski looking to slow the ball down as it rolls in. Ayub just not landing well after trying to flip out to midfield to cover the Oski play. A minute 12 left to go. Ayub will tie it up. It's coming down to the wire here. So does that mean he will not play in the playoffs? It is not decided any which one of these guys yet will not play in the playoffs. That is the whole reason why we have to go through the tiebreaker. Ayub just barely getting away with not being immediately scored on. Oski a flick. Certainly looking to place it high and force a tough save, but Ayub actually able to save it pretty easily. Surprised he ended up being in this panic retreating situation, but now he's stuck really low on boost. Oski with a cheeky fake setup. Try to low 50 it, and it will not work. 40 seconds on the clock. 3-3. Next goal so important between these two guys. Ayub, if he could score and take the lead, could secure his spot in the playoffs. Oski trying to keep himself alive Give himself 2 chances to stay alive, that is. If he wins this one, he's got 1 more chance to force a tiebreaker. Or sorry, to send himself to first place. Final shot of this regulation. Ayoub is going to launch it. Or maybe not the final shot. He keeps it in the air. Flip reset off the corner. He's going to go musty. That's not going to hit. Might have gone in with a little bit more time. But 3-3 overtime in the best of 1 tiebreaker. Ayoub getting the kickoff in his possession. You hear Oski flipping towards it, wanting to break up the play, buy himself a few more moments to reset. But Ayoub's still going to have a lot of open field. The big challenge got Ayoub to launch it early, and Oski able to take it away. Maybe a long shot from the wall, but too high of a lob. And now Oski's stuck with very little boost. Ayoub's bounce dribble the shot, and Ayoub will guarantee that the tiebreaker will end in the first round as Ayoub gets a win against both Oski and TRK, securing his spot at the top of the tiebreaker. And we're going to have one last TRK versus Oski game to see who stays alive and who gets sent home. The tiebreaker continues, and it could never be more important than right now. We just watched a whole TRK versus Oski series. We brought the 3 players who are stuck in the tiebreaker back to play again. And Ayoub able to get a win in a best of 1 against both these guys. So now it sets these 2 back up against each other. Winner of this game stays alive. Oski with his first goal to take the early lead after demoing TRK at midfield. It's got to be, we can change server. Sure. I think we probably should give that 1-0 lead to Oski, whichever server we go to. But we didn't get too deep into it, so if he wants to change, we can. I think you basically we want to get the right server for TRK, but if it's not working for you, you got to be really, really quick to mention it. All right, we got a server reset. Are these guys testing the server out? What just happened? Oh, 1-0. Oh my gosh, I forgot instantly. I'm so dumb. All right. Oh man, I was like, these guys are playing so weird. Okay, so we just reset on servers. I don't know if we're going to end up including the other portion of it in the video. But Oski ended up scoring the first goal, but quickly, probably like 15 seconds in, TRK asked for a new server, which we can do. He's always going to have worse servers here on EU. But we gave TRK back his 1-goal lead, and that's what they were doing. That's why it looked like they were playing the weirdest Rocket League I've ever seen. I was so confused, even though I had just been talking about it. So anyways, the winner of this game moves on. TRK versus Oski. It's tough. It's a tough situation for TRK to be in. He just fought through Oski so hard. Got a pretty convincing win in the best of 5. But now, all that matters is how he does in this best of 1. And Oski with the air dribble bump to get a second. Oski taking it to the skies once again. This time the full field dribble off the high bounce. The flip reset will be saved away. And TRK looking like he was thinking about taking an early shot. Did not even take the time to grab the back corner boost. TRK wanted to score off of that nice save, but Oski recovers. Pre-flips to tap this one away from the TRK shot, and then TRK does not have time to reset on the back corner boost in time to make a play. TRK down 3 in the first minute, but he's come back against Oski in the past. TRK the bounce dribble. He'll pull away from the ball, elect to use it as an opportunity to reset on boost, but Oski, a wise play to catch it and just take it straight to the other corner. Well, it seemed wise until his zero dribble did not work at all. TRK was able to get his first. Oski. His flick ends up being a fake, whether intentional or not. TRK goes flying by, but a great recovery from TRK to get back and tap away this ball. TRK a second as he fakes almost in the same situation. Setting up for the Doomsy Dish. Oski pre-jumped that really, really early, actually. Must have thought that the hook shot, power shot was coming. Could not react with the second flip. 3 straight goals for Oski, now 2 straight for TRK. His attempt to bring it back. Nice shot from Oski. Oski is back to his aerial gameplay. I swear we didn't see him going for this much aerial stuff in the series earlier against TRK. This time, he falls back down to the ground and just gives it a single jump pop. And I know at the end of the day, that was not like an air dribble play or anything. He did end up just popping it from the ground, but I still count it as an aerial play. It's definitely how Oski was playing his 1v1s in the past, starting them with those high walled air dribbles. TRK, he'll set up a single jump, try and pull off of it in low 50, but Oski gets the clear. In fact, to catch on line, this is not the first time that TRK has taken a bit of a trip over to grab some corner boost when he was in a tough spot. Oski will roll it to the far post. TRK with possession, operating down 3. Needing to work his way back into this game. A bit of a misplay at midfield, but he is able to get back, and now he might have Oski out of position. But both of them so low on boost, neither one of them going to be screaming out of their own net very quickly. TRK, the bounce dribble. The flick. Oski sends it high. A good recovery on the back wall, picking up pads to stay completely boost full, ready to make a save. He actually used all of his boost to shoot himself back out and had to pick up the pads, but a great power shot from TRK. 2 minutes left to go. EU playoffs today? No. EU playoffs hopefully tomorrow. TRK, another dribble, this time gonna stick with the bounce, try and roll it behind. He has done that well. He's good at threatening the far post. And Oski, who likes to stay moving on the defense, has keep finding himself pushing too far past the near post and leaving that opportunity to low 50 it behind. A minute 45 left to go. Only a single goal for TRK to make back. Oski, the dribble, flip reset, and he'll get a 6th. The aerial game just working for Oski all of a sudden, and he really did not have it too well. This time he just turtles it in. The flip reset to drop it low and squeeze a nice turtle in. (6-4) kickoff. Did he get the redirection? TRK just barely able to keep it out, although he didn't really do much. He just needed to not touch it and not accidentally tap it in. TRK, a huge lob, his double jump shot, not going to go in. He has Oski late recovering. He's been really loving going behind Oski. Oski, a nice save, but TRK, the continuation as it hits off the post. 6-5. TRK working his way back. That 3-0 lead has been hard to erase, but he's got it down to 1 once again, and this is what happened last time he got it down to 1. Oski, a kickoff goal, immediately pushing it back to 2. 54 seconds left to go. More than enough time for TRK to grab a couple, especially if he could get a kickoff goal of his own going his way. Yo, Enchilada, thank you, my man. Enchilada adding another $80 to the prize pool. on top of the $20 that he donated after he made that for making the FearFest logo. Thank you so much, man. 7-5 with 30 seconds left to go. Oski the long shot, make it 8-5 as he looks to win the best of one. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt either way between any of these guys because all of them were able to beat each other at some point during pool play. But the tie has to be broken somehow. TRK, 20 seconds left to go. He needs to rush it. He basically is forced to hook shot it right away. Tried to go for the fake. It didn't work. 9-5. GG's from TRK. Respectful from both these guys. Oski, he loses to Ayub. Both these guys losing to Ayub. But Oski wins the tiebreaker against TRK. GG's. As Oski and Ayub will move on